Welcome to the heartbeat of our community. It's businesses. From the hum of machinery to the hands that craft with care, we explore the innovative spirit and enduring tradition of Cabarrus County's manufacturers. Join us as we uncover the stories behind the products made right here in our own backyard and celebrate the people who make them. This is where creativity meets craftsmanship. This is Made in Cabarrus.
I think women bring a fresh perspective as it relates to collaboration, listening with empathy and adaptability.
We bring patience and we bring organizational skills, and along with our male counterparts and their strengths, we've been able to have well-dynamic teams and able to succeed as a whole by bringing everybody's strengths together.
I have found that women reach a resolution by encouragement and bringing consensus, by making sure that everybody feels heard and respected. So I think women can provide a lot of benefit to a manufacturing environment.
When we really got into the business and started our own manufacturing facility, 29 of the first 31 employees that we hired were female. They were very skilled. And the thing about the Southeast, where we started, was that it was a big contract sewing area. So there was a lot of experience, a lot of quality people were here.
I never thought about being a woman in manufacturing. I was a person doing the jobs that I was supposed to be doing, right? I never felt like I could or couldn't do something because I was a woman.
I think that the skills that you need in manufacturing, I don't think necessarily, is just related to being a female. I think that you certainly have to have a lot of interpersonal skills. You got to be able to communicate effectively. You have to be able to build a team, lead a team, motivate a team, inspire a team. In manufacturing, you've got to be adaptable. Things change daily.
Here I have really seen women take charge. They run it, and it's amazing. When another woman supports you in what you're doing and everything and lets you try and lets you grow, it's really great to see that.
We live in such a modern society now. It used to be really uncommon for women to be managers or to work in a manufacturing, like a dirty job, so to say. But it's really common now. A lot of our managers are women on and off the floor. And I see them bringing a different kind of communication style. I feel that we can be very direct yet gentle and kind of provide a more nurturing environment for people.
Women are extremely driven. I find that. Man, we recognize it. We recognize it here. And we recognize people on the floor that elevate themselves just by performance. We have a leadership crew here, both formal leadership and informal, that we empower.
They're there to help answer questions and guide you, but they don't hover. They're not, this is my way, this is how we do it. Kind of let you figure your own way, and as long as everything works, then they'll let you make it your own.
When I get asked what I do in manufacturing and I tell them I was a machinist, they say, oh, we thought you was in the office. No, not all women sit in the office.
All the women that I've worked with, they're really, really detail oriented, and they kind of have a process and they just figure it out. They pay attention. They're really good at making sure the product that we're making is a quality product.
This is a high technology industry, and a lot of men, especially men that came up starting as a machinist and moving into administration, they tend to stick with what they know. Courtney has invested a ton of money in new technology that's going to make us more efficient and more competitive.
Courtney being the owner is the first woman owner I've been with. I do like the fact that, if I say, I think we should buy this tool, she's okay with it. We do it. She'll take my recommendation, where before I've had men say, oh, no, we don't need that. We've never had that. There's no need for that to be here at the company. But she's open to anything new. If it's our robots, our tooling, she'll go for anything new.
You have to wear a lot of different hats in a small business. It's been challenging, certainly. I think manufacturing is challenging. We apparently love problems and we love problem solving. That's why we're in this industry. Genuinely, we have a team of people here that take pride in their work. They want to do a good job for our manufacturing industry.
I think coming into the industry, there were, the perception was out there, being a young female in a primarily male-dominated industry. I looked at that as an opportunity. I didn't see, any major challenges or roadblocks by any means. It was more of an opportunity to think differently.
I had a really cool job opportunity in 2019 where I got to spend almost a whole year in Switzerland working with one of our equipment builders over there, and that's kind of when I fell in love with the project side of manufacturing. And then I kind of worked my way up into a much larger role here, where I'm responsible for a lot more than just the manufacturing equipment, but also the building that goes around it.
What really I think drives people is really a passion. Do they have the passion? Are they interested in it enough to have a passion to be able to do that? And I think women, have a lot of skill sets that will resonate very well for them as they get into the manufacturing arena.
You learn different things. You can see where it starts with a plain steel bar material, turn it into a machining part that goes on railroads. There's just so many different things you can learn. And I would love to see women get more into manufacturing.
If you're a woman considering manufacturing, I would encourage you to try it and see if it's the right fit. While it is a male-dominated workforce, women bring a unique perspective.
Women make the world go round as well as men do. So, it's stereotype. It's not for every woman, but it's for this woman.
These stories from the heart of manufacturing showcase the resilience, ingenuity, and strength of women in the industry. They are not just participants, they are leaders, shaping a more inclusive, dynamic, and modern future, right here in Cabarrus County.